Hey, sorry for all these videos where I'm like looking way up. My middle son, my taller middle son, used my stand here for something and I can't figure out how to get it to come back down. I wanted to make a video about the top ways that I have found to make my wigs feel and look the most realistic. And I'm just gonna go ahead and run them off real quick. I say that so much. I'm just gonna let them all go and then we'll break each one down following. So following my new little thing here, I'm gonna do where I just say it and then I do it. The details, that is. So 1, find a cap construction that works for you. I just did a video on cap construction, so make sure you try out some different options of hair and cap constructions of wigs and find one that you like and that you feel the most comfortable with. Following that, adherence. So adhere that bad boy to you so you can move it around. I've done lots of videos on that. My favorite way to adhere my hair is with tape. There's also glues, there's also gels, but find whatever your preference might be so that you can move it around throughout the day and not be looking like Cousin It with your hair in your face and you're just like afraid to move it because you're afraid to lift or anything. No, get that bad boy on you and get it stuck, then you can move your hair around. Way more authentic and realistic looking. Another, I don't know if I was numbering or if I was just throwing them out there, but then the next thing would be baby hairs. So I've found that my most realistic wigs that are my go-tos all have little bitty baby hairs cut in them. I will find one of my wigs and later on, after I do this little like top list countdown thing, we will cut some baby hairs in them. Fingers crossed for me. Because then what comes after that with looking the most realistic is the density of the front or the lace. That is huge. That's probably one of the biggest giveaways of a wig is when it just like all of a sudden it's thick right there in front, or maybe no lace front at all. So maybe you just have a standard cap and it's just the hair just starts right there. And so maybe it's kind of like a topper, but you're wearing it right at your hairline. We'll go over some options on different solutions and alternatives to fix that or to make that look a little bit more realistic. I'll try some out with you as well. And the last but not least at this moment in time is to make it yours. So if you're rocking a human hair, wash it with your shampoo and conditioner. Put your products in it immediately. Curl it or style it regularly. Change it often. Put your own spin on it. And feel comfortable, come to terms with it. Wear it around your house a little while until you feel comfortable. But whatever you need to do to make it you bought that hair, it's yours. So don't ever feel uncomfortable or like it's foreign on your head because then it's gonna look foreign and uncomfortable. So you just gotta come to terms with the fact that maybe you just weren't blessed with all this hair biologically, but that doesn't mean it can't be adopted. And what kind of child doesn't want to feel like it belongs? So adopt that hair of yours and make it feel like she is yours and you are hers. And those are my tips. Those are the biggest things I have found. Now there's other things, with styling that you can do. So we'll get into all of that here in a second. We'll just start the countdown from beginning to end. But the last thing I want to throw out there is make it messy sometimes. I mean, whose hair always looks perfect and fantastic? So today when I curled my hair, for example, I did some beachy curls, but then I left the rest of it the way it had dried, air dried naturally without beachy curls. And then when I went in the office, I was like, oh, I was just so lazy this morning. I just didn't feel like curling all of my hair. Or, you know, when you pull it up, if you're gonna wear your hair up, make it a little messy. So pull down some of your sides there. You know, do what you need to do. Don't just have it all perfectly up. But, you know, pull some of those baby hairs that we're gonna make out. Make them kind of come out just like how your hair would. And if it's been so long since you've had hair, pull out some pictures of your hairline, of you and hair, or just people in general with their hair up. And when you're looking at yourself and styling your hair, try to mimic some of that. Try to pull some of the hair out, or if something's looking too perfect, go and look at somebody else or maybe your original self and say, what's different? And then try and put it on you. I hope these tips are helpful. Stay tuned if you want to see me hopefully not butcher any of my units while we try to make them a little bit more dense realistically, and while we pluck and make some baby hairs. Those will be coming soon. Quick hitters though, right here. If you have any questions or tips or thoughts or something you want to see outside of color, I'm not going to do any color videos, so I guess a quick update there. I have thought about it, and if you have any questions or thoughts, or you want to like run things by me, you can, but I've decided I am not going to make any videos on coloring my hair because, well, I guess I shouldn't say I'm not. If I do make any videos on coloring them, they are going to be thorough, end to end. I'm going to tell you way more than what you ever wanted to know, because it is a science. Anytime you're doing something permanently to the hair, whether it's coloring, lightening, you are chemically altering the hair. And so I just don't feel comfortable going out here and showing you what I've done and being like, I used XYZ and leaving it at that. So I feel like I need to tell you end to end exactly why I did it and give you all the disclaimers necessary before I do that. And I just haven't had time to do it yet. So anything outside of coloring, if you have, or tips or thoughts, just let me know. I'm learning right here with you, babies. So have a good day. I'm off to a football game. Go Allen Eagles. Yes, Google it. Our high school football stadium is awesome. I can't wait for my 8th grader to be there next year. See you later. Hasta la vista. Hasta luego.